Hey guys, and welcome back to another plan with me. This week I am using a new kit from Oh Hello. This is like a hand-drawn watercolor kit. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like, and we are going to dive into it once I find a sheet that I'm missing. I found it. Okay, so these are the heart checklists, the functional sheet. Everything's a little out of order right now. A full box decorative sheet, the washi strips, the half boxes, and then the labels. So I'm gonna do another no white space spread. I've really been enjoying this style of planning. I'll show you guys last week. I think it's a really cool way to showcase the entire kit. I get to use up more stickers, which is always a good thing in my book. If I have a kit, might as well use the stickers up, right? I actually haven't finished it completely because I do plan on putting a Polaroid zip photo here. I have quite a few from our trip to Frederick Meyer Gardens on Saturday. We did this whole art prize thing and it was really, really awesome. So I am gonna put a photo down there shortly, but we are on to this week. First things first is the bottom section where I'm going to put these two strips of washi all the way down to the bottom line. Actually, I think I might go all the way down this time and give myself even more space. This washi strip, like depending on how far you put it down, will change how much space in this bottom section you'll have. And I'll show you guys exactly what I mean when I get to putting in the labels. But if you don't want too many labels, then you can just put it up at the bottom of the last line. But I'm going to give it a go and see what happens with a little bit of extra space. So now I'm going to go in and add all of the labels to the bottom that I'm going to use. I know it's a little weird way of doing things, but might as well, I'm down here. So I'm going to take all of these dinner silverware ones and put them upside down because I don't actually use the symbol for the dinner ones. We don't track our eating habits. So I'm going to put them this way. That way, when I use a blobby sticker to cover them up, I do like to track which types of orders I'm doing for a particular day. If I do it this way, then the blobbies will be all on the right, and then the next labels, the blobbies can be on the left. So if I use like another TV label and cover that up with something else, there aren't two blobbies like stacked on top of each other. So I'm just gonna flip all of these over. It's gonna look a little bit silly until I cover them up, but it'll be good in the end. All right, all of the labels have been used up, and it's a little bit different for me this week. Since it is so far down, you can actually see the bottom of a lot of the boxes, so I haven't even touched those yet, which is gonna be really convenient when I'm using half boxes and other labels to have a little bit more room to fill that space, because I've noticed that if I do it this way, there isn't enough room to put two half boxes on top of each other, so glad that this is working out. I'm also gonna add in the odds and ends headers like I did last week to the tops of these. But I'm gonna do that after I go through and add all the checklists at the top because I wanna make sure the color of the headers matches throughout the week. Heart checklists are now done, and I filled in some things that I know I need to do this week on the certain days that they're associated with. So now I'm gonna go and put in the decorative boxes and alternate the colors. I don't want them to have the same color box below it. I don't want it to be too matchy-matchy, so I'm going to do that now. I have one decorative box left that's going up in the corner, and then I'm going to use the final heart checklist on the sidebar as well. And now that I know which color header I use for which day, I can go in with the odds and ends above the labels. All right, now let's finish up this sidebar. I'm going to use this next week label. I like putting things that are happening next week on the sidebar so I can just keep an eye on them to know what's coming up so I am prepared. I hate turning the page and being like, oh my God, I have something to do on Monday that I haven't prepared for. So I like using this section for that. And we're gonna put a half box right below it. I'm gonna go through with the today headers and put them right below the decorative boxes. Next, I'm going to go in with a strip of washi tape beneath each of the Today headers that matches the decorative box, just so it covers up that extra little header, because the half checklists have rounded, or the half boxes have rounded corners, and you can kind of see it. I don't know why it bugs me so much, but it's just a little extra step I'm going to take to make sure that those are covered. I usually cover up most of this sticker anyways that I put down, but it's just in case to make sure that if I do in fact use something, that it'll look nice. All right, now we're on to actually filling things in and taking up the rest of the space. So I'm gonna start with Monday, where I just have regular orders, and that's something I'm gonna put on these dinner silverware. So I'm going to get out a blobby, but first I'm gonna remove all of these sticky notes just so I see how much space I have, and I'm not putting like a half box down when I have no space for it. All right, so I am using a full sheet of these blobbies. You can actually order a whole sheet of whatever blobby you want and get a whole sheet of them. So if you use like one as much as I do and you need a lot of them, that's a really great way to get a bunch of the same one. For the last 2 days, I will not be doing that many like oh hello related stuff, or at least not on Saturday, but on Sunday I probably will. So I'm gonna use this computer one from a hobby sheet, because then I can write new releases there. Then I think I'll just use this blanket one on Saturday because my family's coming to visit, so I won't be doing orders, so I don't need one of these package ones, but I want to be sure to cover that up. Now I'm gonna put down a half box, and I think I'll do a label. So like I said, it covers up most of that decorative washi strip, but I prefer it this way, so just in case you can't see any of that space, because it would have been really hard to figure out what to do in that space. SE Buttons book is being released on Tuesday, so I have these book release stickers by the Sticky Cactus, and I'm going to put one of them down near the bottom, but leave it slightly up since it is kiss cut. I want to make sure that there isn't any like white space, obviously, since I'm doing a no white space. Then I'm going to add in, I think, a label, because I don't like when the half boxes are all like stuck on top of each other. So I'm going to do, and on that box, I'm going to use these Queen Bee Design laundry stickers. Let's do, I think, 2 half boxes here. It's going to cover up most of the washi strip. Next is Thursday, and I have an appointment at the Secretary of State to update my driver's license with my new name, so I'm going to use a half box, classic, for that information. Then I'm using one of these little teardrop stickers from the washi strip and put the time on it and put that in the corner. Then I'm going to follow up with 2 more labels, or maybe just 1 label because we have a weird space issue going on. There we go, fill it in with some washi. I want to live stream on Friday and take photographs. And then there's also a neighborhood potluck on that Saturday too, so put that there. We're in the home stretch now, so let's see. Put a half box. I could put a label on top of it. Okay, so I filled in the rest of the bottom section with some half boxes and labels. I have these left. I might end up putting another one over here for next week because there's a lot of stuff happening. Actually, I might use these instead. More smaller things happening. Alex has a meeting on Wednesday, so I'm just using a half box there and one of these little teardrops to write his name on it. We want to plant one of our bushes that are in like a container still. We're worried about it surviving through winter, so we thought the best chance it would have would be in the ground. I don't know if that's true or not, but we're planting it anyway. It hasn't been doing so well out of the ground, so I thought we'd give it a shot to survive next to its brethren. We have other plants that are the same type as it. I think it's a hydrangea. And so there's an empty spot along the side of our house for them, and I think we're just gonna put them down there. I'm also gonna put one of these walk the dog stickers in on Saturday because I know for a fact that if my parents are coming, they're bringing their dogs, and we will definitely walk them. So I'm gonna use a green one, I think. We also want to put up some decorations on Monday for Halloween. So I have this little blobby Halloween sticker that I'm gonna put up near the top. It's from this kit, this Halloween blobby sheet. I'm also gonna add in one of these garden work stickers, mostly because I have them. So I'm gonna add that in. So I have these llama stickers and I cannot remember where they came from. I think it's from May Cause Memories. I'm pretty sure that's who they're from. And I think it'll match really well with this color scheme. So I'm kind of going to use this as like a decorative sheet and put in some llamas because they're just really cute. I really like using decorative stickers on places that maybe things just didn't line up that well. I think it's too bright. Like right here, the edges were just a little choppy, and I like using the sticker to make it look a little more fluid and seamless. I also love putting them on the sides of heart checklists. I don't know why, I just really enjoy doing that. Used up a row of the llamas, so I think that's pretty good, and I'm pretty sure I'm done. Oh, I have these. I forgot this complete whole sheet of things to use. So now I'm going to go in and add some of these, like the trash can on Sundays. Oh, the weekend header. Like, come on, Kayla. You're just all over the place. All right, there you guys have it. Let's walk through what I have used so you can see how much is left from the kit. I used up all of the heart checklists and the to-do headers. I have this much left from the washi sheet. No decorative boxes, but one odds and ends header. Only the headers left for the label sheet, 2 half boxes and a label, and most of the functional sheet. I find I personally don't use this sheet that much, but a lot of you guys love it, and I can definitely see how it's helpful if you plan certain ways. I just don't happen to plan this way, but I do love using the occasional sticker from it, and definitely the houses. But that is going to be it for today's video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe if you want to see more planner videos from me, and I will see you guys in my next one where I do my monthly plan with me. Bye!